14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, and he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin, his 2nd sack of the night. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1 yard gain. Check it back. At the 24-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun.
Motion. Reset. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we go, Mike. Yo. Let's go. Hey, watch that. Hey.
Cousins to throw it this time. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Cousins, that'll be complete to Cook. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 36. I'm coming.
Hey, we're good.
Watch 36.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Vikings going to signal for their 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he'll be be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Cut.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 47 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
And now off to the races down the right side.